The shrine that had no god. There is an old saying in the mountain of Japan: if you find a shrine where no one prays, keep walking. Most people think it's just another forgotten superstition until they hear about the village of Kamishiro. The village no longer appears on maps. Some say it never existed. Others claim it disappeared in a single night more than 400 years ago. But every few years, hikers report something impossible. A stone path that wasn't there before, a line of crimson torii gates leading into a forest where no birds sing. And at the end of the path, a shrine with no god. The story begins in 1678. Kamishiro was a peaceful mountain village hidden beneath ancient cedar trees. Its people believed every forest had a guardian spirit. Every river possessed a soul. Every mountain watched those who crossed it. At the center of the village stood a shrine older than anyone could remember, yet unlike every other shrine in Japan, there was no name carved above its entrance. No statue, no secret symbol. Only an empty wooden sanctuary. Children were forbidden from asking why. Adults lowered their voices whenever they passed. The oldest villagers repeated only one warning: some gods should never be remembered. No one understood what it meant. Not even the village priests. Every full moon, however, something strange happened. The villagers gathered outside their homes. No prayers were spoken, no bells were rung. Instead, everyone remained completely silent until sunrise. Visitors found the tradition unsettling. Why don't you pray? The villagers always answered the same way: because it is listening. One spring, a young monk named Ren arrived from Kyoto. He had spent his life studying sacred texts. He believed every mystery had an explanation. Every ghost had a story. Every curse could be broken. The villagers begged him not to investigate the shrine. Ren laughed. Fear survives only where ignorance lives. That night he entered the shrine alone. Inside he found nothing, just dust, rotting wood, a single bronze mirror hanging above the altar. He approached it. His reflection smiled. Ren did not. The smile lasted only a heartbeat. But it was enough. He stumbled backward. When he looked again, the reflection matched his movements perfectly. He convinced himself it had been exhaustion. As he turned to leave, he heard footsteps behind him, bare feet. Slow, deliberate, 1, 2, 3, each step called across the empty shrine. Ren spun around. No one was there. The footsteps stopped. Silence. Then one whispered, not beside him, not behind him, inside his own head. You looked. The next morning, Ren had changed. He spoke less. He smiled at odd moments. Sometimes he stared into empty space for hours. The villagers knew immediately. The eldest woman of Kamishiro whispered, "He has been noticed." Every night afterward, someone disappeared, not violently, not dramatically. Their homes remained untouched, meals still warm, shoes by the door. Only the people were gone. Search parties found nothing. No footprints, no blood, no signs of struggle, only one strange detail. Every missing person's shadow had vanished. Witnesses swore they remember seeing sunlight, but no shadow beneath the victim's feet. Panic spread. The villagers returned to the shrine. For the first time in generations, they prayed. Nothing happened. The empty sanctuary remained silent. Then Ren began laughing, not loudly, softly, like someone overhearing a joke no one else could understand. He pointed toward the bronze mirror. One by one, the villagers looked. Inside the reflection, the shrine was no longer empty. Something enormous stood behind them. Its body stretched beyond the ceiling. Its skin was completely black. Its face had no face at all, only countless human eyes, thousands. blinking, watching, remembering. Every person screamed except Ren. He stepped toward the mirror. The surface rippled like water. Then he walked inside it. The mirror became still once more. Ren never returned. The remaining villagers fled before dawn. They abandoned their homes, their crops, their ancestors, everything. None of them ever spoke the shrine's location again. Within a generation, Kamishiro had disappeared from history. Centuries passed. The forest reclaimed the roads. The houses collapsed beneath mass. Nature erased every trace of human life except the shrine. Wood should have rotted. Stone should have cracked. Yet travelers describe it exactly the same, untouched by time, waiting. In 1983, a photographer named Hiro Tanaka disappeared while documenting abandoned villages. Weeks later, rescuers found his camera. The film contained 36 photographs. The first 35 showed ordinary forests. The final photograph became famous among paranormal investigators. It showed the abandoned shrine. Inside the bronze mirror stood Hiro. He was taking a picture. Behind him stood someone holding another camera. But according to the police records, Hiro had been alone. They enlarged the image. The second photographer's face was blurred, as if reality itself refused to focus on it. His body cast no shadow, yet Hiro's did. Experts dismissed it as damaged film. No one could explain one detail. The second camera was smaller, manufactured nearly 20 years after Hiro disappeared. Even stranger stories followed. Hikers reported hearing footsteps matching their own 1 second too late. Others claimed their reflections blinked after they had turned away. A university research team attempted to locate the shrine using satellite imagery. Every drone malfunctioned before reaching it. GPS devices spun endlessly. Compasses pointed downward, north, down, as though something beneath the earth were pulling at them. The expedition leader wrote only one sentence in his final journal: "The forest does not hide the shrine. The shrine chooses who can find it." He vanished the following day. Today, old mountain guides still repeat the ancient warning: if the forest suddenly becomes silent, turn back. If you discover torii gates where no map shows them, do not count how many you pass. And if you ever reach the shrine with no name, never look into the mirror, because according to the oldest legend, the shrine was never built to worship a god. It was built to imprison one. But prisoners are strange things. They keep something inside, only as long as someone remains outside to guard the door. The villagers are gone, the priests are gone, the prayers have stopped, which leaves only one question: if the prison is still standing, who is keeping the prisoner inside? Or perhaps the prison was never meant to keep it from escaping. Perhaps it was built to keep us from entering. And somewhere deep within those silent mountains, beneath cedar trees older than memory, there is still an empty shrine waiting patiently for the next person curious enough to look into the mirror.